What's going on, Frankmeisters? Good afternoon. How is everybody doing? Well, look who's here. Last minute plan. So we brought her up. How's it going, lady?
Good. How are you?
Looks like it's going to be a busy week.
It's going to be a busy week. I have a feeling.
Yeah, yeah,
I have a feeling.
yeah. We expected this, though. I mean,
Yeah.
because people did send me some questions about how long Judge Gold has to rule on motions and stuff, and people thought it was 90 days, and I knew it was 30 days. So what I did is I contacted my attorney, who's a former Marion County prosecutor, and straight up asked him. It's the trial rule 53.1 specifically says 30 days, but there are exceptions. But then again, the judge can wait to the last day to rule on something and put in her order, I set this for hearing for 6 to 7 months down the road. She can do that.
Yep.
Or she doesn't have to have a hearing at all.
She does. She can. Yeah. She can deny motions without a hearing. She's done it before. It's perfectly legal.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see what she does do. I think you and I have talked about this, but I've looked at the law in Indiana, and it's pretty doggone specific about third party, and they're not meeting the standard.
The burden of it.
Yeah,
right.
They're not meeting the burden. And I just can't see her allowing this. I really, really can't. I have a feeling that that's kind of could very well possibly be what they were told on Friday.
And I also believe what was going on in there too is the subpoenas.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Leslie, and they've already had a deposition done with Patrick Westfall once already, and they're wanting to depot him again. For what?
Same with Lesenby. I mean, they depoted Tobe.
Yeah.
They depoted Tobe last year. It's like, what's new? What's happened that you didn't ask him last fall when you knew you were going with Odinism back then. So, I mean, this is, to me, you and I talked about this yesterday, but, for those that don't know, Rosie used to be a defense attorney. He used to be a divorce attorney. And he is a bully. I mean, divorce attorneys have to be kind of, and that's kind of the mindset. Yeah. And, Indiana's strange in a lot of different ways when it comes to the law and how they do things. And in Indiana, you can actually request depositions in criminal cases. In other states, you can't. It's right. All depositions are only done in civil situations. Yeah. But I firmly believe, again, to do a deposition, they have to have a really good reason at this point in the game to want to do that. And I believe that there's some of these depositions that you and I are aware of should not be
done at all.
Not at all.
And especially the ones that we know about that is going to happen.
Yes.
I don't agree with that at all. What is the purpose?
Right.
I mean, I wish we could tell you guys more of what we know, but we just can't. And I hate to do that, but we have to put it out there. We know for 100% fact that there is going to be more than just 4 these depositions we're talking about that's coming.
Yes. And just know the only reason that we're not sharing what we know is to protect the family.
Yeah.
Period. That's what we're here for. This is all. And you guys are 100% behind that. And that's why we do what we do. So.
Right. But the reason why I came on today is because we had some filings today. And another thing I want to discuss and get this out of the way again. I keep having people messaging me, what's this canceled trial dates? I'm going to pull it up and explain it from day one how this originated. Give me just a second, guys. Yeah, I have to keep explaining this to guys, and I'm just like, Get out of my way. There we go.
Hey, Coach Kev, how are you? Good to see you.
Tell me if you. Oh, let me go back. What I'm just going to do is that these are the trial dates that say canceled. I know you guys could probably see them, but what happened here? October 19th, 2023, Allen County, Rosie and Baldwin recused themselves from the case in chambers with Judge Gold. October 27th of 2023, Judge Gold appointed Labredo and Scrimmin to the case. And I remember this day clearly because there was a hearing up in Delphi when Labredo and Scrimmin were there, and they had assigned these trial dates for them. Well, here comes Rosie and Baldwin walking right up and trying to trump Labredo and Scrimmin and say, we're going to represent him pro se. And that's when Judge Gold said, oh, no, you're not. Yeah. So, and then these are what these days are for, okay? But when the Supreme Court handed down their decision just a day or two later of the 27th, they put Rosie and Baldwin back on the case. So what happened from there is the dates that were assigned to Labredo and Scrimmin were canceled.
Yep.
But turn around and reassign the same dates to Rosie and Baldwin. If you go to my case and scroll all the way down, it's the same dates, but there's 2 extra weeks added to the trial days.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I hope I explained that well enough because I you
did it perfect.
I'm just saying, I've went over this a million times and people are still not getting it when they see like if something's filed, I'll put this up there and they're still questioning it. So I hope I explained it well enough that people understood what I was saying. I don't want to have
Rescue. How are you, my dear? Good to see you.
I don't want to have to keep repeating myself. You understand? People, I mean, I don't mind, but it gets monotonous, very monotonous. Okay, let's go through the chat real quick and see who's all in here. We got Tina Stair, Metal Mama, Support, Lovely Lady. How are you? Hey, by the way, everybody, Support with Stepha's mother is going through some medical issues right now, and I would like everybody to send some prayers out to Stepha and her mother. It would be greatly appreciated. Wanda from Missouri. Kristen, oh, she's on panel. Wanda from Missouri, I already said your name. 6'3" clocks. Who's all in here? Big Fish. Scarlet Letter. Beth Gonzalez. Brian Emery. Piper's Dream. Boston, True Crime Housewife, Julian Friend, 6'3" clocks. Rescue, there's my buddy. That's my buddy.
Hey, Randy.
Vivid Quarries, Coach Kev, what's going on, bro? Did you see, man, the Cubs put an ass whooping on Pirates last night, 18-8. How you like that, you old Philly boy? Or Pennsylvania boy, I should say.
Don't gloat.
Oh, they're in the cellar, the Pirates are. Silas Stingy, how are you? Leslie, Brett, Jinx, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in. CJ, what's going on?
Love you, Jinx.
Grizmatic, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Grizz, I see you're working. Don't work too hard.
Yeah, I don't talk to him a whole lot more that much because he's been working so much.
I know.
CJK, I'm at. Who else we got in here?
Kev says the Pirates suck.
Yes, they do. GP, good to see you.
Oh.
What's up, Randy? Gibbo. You and your wisecracks you always commenting on to me. Talking about I'm always fucking eating Richard Allen's Tootsie Rolls out of the damn toilet. What the hell?
Oh, dude? That's not nice.
Michelle Sauer, good to see you. You always come at me with that kind of shit. Kevin Atkins, good to see you.
That's for sure. The White Sox are really bad.
Hey, I tell you what, the Cubs went from the bottom of the cellar about a month ago all the way to second place. They're back in second place. They got the third best record in the major league since July 1st.
Well, they're my second favorite team, so I'm thrilled about that.
And there's my Colts. Don't say it.
You know who
no, I want to hear it. I do not know. This is my show. I'm just kidding. All right, let's get to these documents, man. It's because we can go over them real quick.
Somebody said snacks are snacks, Frank.
No, that ain't no damn snack. I don't know what you're talking about.
Snack. That's disgusting.
Right. That is just outright landish.
Yeah.
All right, which one should we do? The quash or the memorandum first? Let's do the temporary representation. Even though we don't understand what this is about.
We know that there's a new doctor. They're trying to depose the doctor. Now, if this is a doctor, is this a doctor prior to him being incarcerated? Is this, is this got to do with something about 2019 when he, self-admitted himself? We don't know. We don't know.
All right. Notice of temporary limited representation, party classification responding. The undersigned attorney and all attorneys listed on this form now appear in this case for the following party: Jessica Fiddler, medical doctor, for the limited purpose of filing motion to quash deposition subpoena for deposition scheduled for August 28, 2024. Well, that means she's going to have to rule on that today.
Yes. She better hurry up because it's already 3:00.
See, I think their courts close at 5 in Allen County.
Right.
And tomorrow the courts close at noon in Carroll County. So watch. She'll do it after the courts are closed, and we won't get it until tomorrow.
Yeah.
But she'll notify the attorneys beforehand. So, all right, now we'll go to the quash. The quash.
I hope you're feeling good, Randy. I miss you.
All right, there we go. All right, can y'all see that? All right.
I'm blind as a bat. Put on my readers.
Well, I don't want to have to put my glasses on right now, at least. All right. Motion to quash subpoena. Jessica Fiddler, MD, by counsel pursuant to Indiana Trial Rule 45 and Indiana Trial Rule 26. Respectfully moves this court to quash the subpoena ad testicandium issued to her by the defense in the above captioned matter. In support of this motion, Dr. Fiddler states as follows. Dr. Fiddler was served with a subpoena commanding her to appear for a deposition on August 28, 2024 in the Carroll County Courthouse Circuit Court jury room. The subpoena was issued in connection with a criminal proceeding in which Dr. Fiddler is not a party. This subpoena does not comply with Indiana Trial Rule 45, Section D, number 2, which requires a deponent to attend a deposition only in a county in which they reside or in which they conduct business. Dr. Fiddler is a physician practicing medicine in Greencastle, Putnam County, Indiana. The subpoena also provided only 9 days notice before the scheduled deposition. Dr. Fiddler is a licensed medical doctor practicing in Greencastle, Indiana, with a demanding patient schedule. This short notice period is insufficient to allow her to adjust her professional obligations to comply with the subpoena without significant disruption. Under Indiana law, reasonable notice for serving a subpoena to a witness, particularly in the context of deposition, is not explicitly defined by a specific number of days. However, Indiana courts have interpreted reasonable notice to mean notice that is reasonably calculated under the circumstances to afford the interested parties an opportunity to present their objections and must reasonably convey the required information to the affected party. And it has case law. Number 4, Indiana Trial Rule and Rule 45 provide additional guidance regarding the scheduling of depositions. Rule 30B, number 1, requires that notice of a deposition must be given to all parties before a subpoena can be issued. The Elkhart County Rule of Court further specified that unless otherwise agreed by counsel or authorized by the court, no deposition shall be scheduled on less than 10 days' notice. And this is from Indiana Elkhart County Rule Court, and it has their rules. Discovery request, although these specific rules pertain to Elkhart County, they reflect a general standard that is instructive for the other jurisdictions in Indiana, including Carroll County, particularly when considering what constitutes reasonable notice. Number 5, the subpoena served on Dr. Fiddler did not include the necessary witness and mileage fees as required by Indiana law code.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I had to laugh. I'm like, I just had to laugh. They won't do that, but they'll spend $12,000 to go to Georgia.
Right. Government witness fees and mileage fees, which apply to both civil and criminal proceedings. Indiana Code Chapter 33-17-8 extends these provisions to criminal cases, ensuring that witnesses in criminal proceedings, including those participating in depositions, are entitled to the same statutory fees as civil cases. For a deposition during her normal business days, Dr. Fiddler charges $350 per hour for a deposition. Oh my. In light of the insufficient notice period, the professional obligations of Dr. Fiddler, and the failure to tender the requirement fees, the subpoena is unreasonable, burdensome, and legally deficient. For these reasons, Dr. Fiddler respectfully requests that the court quash the subpoena issued to her and relieve her of any obligations to appear for the deposition on August 28, 2024. The failure to provide reasonable notice and the omission of mandatory fees each independently justifies quashing the subpoena. Wherefore, Dr. Jessica Fiddler, by counsel pursuant to Indiana Trial Rule 45 and Indiana Trial Rule 26, respectfully request that this court grant the relief requested herein and all other and proper relief. Signed, law firm Schultz and Poig. Is that how you pronounce it?
I'm sorry, what is it?
Peter Poig.
Pogue.
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 So now we understand why Baldwin was trying to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he didn't go through the court. And when he did that,
I know.
That's where he fucked up at. This is nuts.
It's crazy.
They didn't even go by the law themselves. I mean, come on.
It's just crazy.
It should be sometime by the end of this week because Trial Rule 53.1 says she has up to 30 days from the time the motion or whatever's filed.
Yeah.
So 30 days would be, well, actually, it depends on when it was filed because the limine and all that was all in those 3 days. So they did the limine on the 31st, correct?
Yeah.
So I would give her, well, it can't be Monday because Monday's Labor Day and nobody's working. So I would at least give her until Tuesday. Because you have to give that extra day because the 31st falls on the weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would either be by Friday or it will be by Tuesday, I would imagine.
Yep.
But I'm hoping earlier than that, because it sounds like she's got an answer to this by end of day. But you got to realize end of day is midnight for them because they could do all this stuff from their home. So what are your thoughts? I mean,
well, as far as these, I mean, you know, she's got one of two options here. She can rule on the quashing motions to quash the subpoenas and quash them or allow them. One or the other obviously is going to happen. She's either going to allow them or she's going to quash them. She may allow some of them. She may quash some of them.
Right.
But I don't see her not ruling, because that is an option for her to just wait on that. And then that means the depositions would go ahead. So because they didn't give her much opportunity here, you know, they've requested these depositions in a really hasty way, like really fast.
Yeah,
And
that's
again,
what I'm saying. They're waiting to the last second.
Yeah, when you're asking professionals, Frank, who have, especially a doctor who has
her own practice,
you know, and all of that, they just can't drop that on them and expect them to be reasonable and say, oh, I'm going to be out of the office. Sorry for all my patients, or if I have surgeries or, you know, whatever.
Right.
You know, they just can't do that.
I mean,
that's why they have these rules set in place.
And it's no different than the situation with Dr. Fittler. Why are you waiting a month and a half, not even 2 months prior to the trial, to start doing all these depositions? Yeah. Why are you waiting? This shit should have been done back in the past.
Right.
So you were more ready for trial. And that's just, you know, to me, that's incompetence to me.
And because they stated that she's a non-party in this case, what do they want from her? I mean, if you're a non-party, why are you even subpoenaing them? Right. I mean, it doesn't make sense. The whole thing doesn't make sense. But again, what is this doing? What is this clogging up?
Right.
You know, they throw out all this stuff and all of this administrative stuff for her to look at and to deal with, and all this ahead of trial. And again, it's just taking the focus off of their client.
Right. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And once again, it seems like it's just another damn delay tactic. You know, I mean, I wish Judge Gold would just flat out say, look, why are you guys waiting? You've had 2 years to do all this, even though you were off the case for 72 days and you got put right back on, you still had plenty of time.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you know, they are trying to depose people they've already deposed once.
Right. And I believe that was one of the arguments that happened Friday. I believe that's one of the arguments that was going on in there.
Oh, I'm sure. I bet
Nick was like, what the hell, man? You guys have already deposed these guys once already in a year.
Why are you doing this? Yeah, this isn't civil. This isn't a civil matter. What are you doing? You know, what possibly is new that would allow you to go this route? I mean, I just don't see it at all. And again, it's just delay tactics on their part.
This is just a regular family doctor. She's not a psychologist. She's not a psychiatrist.
I think she could have very well been treating him for depression or anxiety or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, that's what I'm assuming, is that this may be the doctor, his medical doctor.
Yeah, his personal family doctor.
But we don't know. I mean, I have no idea where she's even located.
In Greencastle, Indiana.
Where is that?
It is in Hendricks County.
Is that close to where Richard Allen lives?
No.
So what is this woman's?
It's more closer to the Terre Haute area, down by Wabash Valley.
So was this somebody who saw him when he was in Wabash?
I doubt it, because she admitted that he's not a patient of mine. I'm not part of this case. So it had to have been something prior to him being arrested.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, my phone's doing the same thing.
My phone blows up every time I sit down to do a live.
Yes, Kelly, if you go to my YouTube community page, I posted all the documents that were dropped today.
Yeah. His motivation will come out at trial. we can't speculate on, I mean, we could speculate till the cows come home on motivation. He has given a motive. We've been told that, and we'll just have to wait to see what that is.
We still got 2 documents to go over. I'm just going through the chat real quick, guys.
Hey, Tech Death, how are you, my dear?
Remember, Jinx has posted it, and we'll keep posting it. We have a prayer walk for Abby and Libby, October 13th at 1:30 p.m. Old Camden Road. That's the Freedom Bridge parking lot, right?
Yes.
I would think so. Yeah. I don't know the street, so.
I'm really sorry, guys. I wanted to be there so bad, but that's my grandson's 7th birthday, and he wouldn't forgive me if I wasn't here for that.
Right. That's what we're saying, Scarlett. She has her own practice in Greencastle. She has no ties to Richard when it comes to this case. The only ties she has to him had to have been something prior in his past before he got arrested.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I just, it doesn't make sense to me why she would be.
Thank you, Kelly, for the super sticker or super chat. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Unless it has something to do with the Odinism, where maybe she's a doctor of one of the other people. I mean, I don't know. That's going out on a limb to say that, but I'm just like, oh, I would rescue, but his mom's got a huge party planned for him, and I just don't think I better steal him away from that.
Hey, Scarlett, we try to keep away of saying that what his motive is, because we don't know if it was a crime of opportunity.
We don't.
We don't know that.
There were a lot of things going on in his life.
Yeah.
Obviously, he could have lived a secret life of deviance that we are not aware of or privy to. We don't know.
We just don't know what his purpose was out there. Nope. And we can't say that it was a crime of opportunity. I mean, as far as we know, it could have been something he'd done to keep him quiet, because they saw him and
recognized him,
or something in that nature. You got to understand, when it comes to criminal stuff like this, they try to silence the people that know them or have seen them do bad.
Right. I mean,
and if he was out there to it could have been sexual assault. We don't know. He had to silence them because they recognized him or they saw his face.
Yeah.
I mean, there's several different things we could talk about with this, but I had to bring this to your attention, Scarlett. We just can't say it's a crime of opportunity because we just don't know if it was planned or what.
Yeah, we can't say any of that definitively. We don't have the evidence.
Right. I'm going through the chat. Hey, what's going on, Joe? I had Shane Constantine watch the videos from the Bacon Fest that I put up, and I was singing along to Escape when they were the tribute band for Journey.
Yeah.
He said, man, looks like you got a new gig, bro. He said, you got some pipes, but a little raspy. I said, I try, man, but I love to sing. If I wasn't on here, I'd have my music blaring right now just to banging it out.
Jinx says that Dr. Fiddler is a cardiologist.
Oh, really?
A heart doctor.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
I have absolutely no idea then why a heart doctor would be.
Right, exactly.
That is just crazy to me. So. Good
information, Jinx. Thanks for that. She's a good researcher herself.
Yeah.
I've noticed that with her. All right.
So, I don't know.
Right, me either. I just wait for information. Phil Bond, good to see you, hon. Captain Howdy's in the house.
Yes, he is. I see that.
He's been coming around a lot. There's my sister from another mother, Brandy. She lives in Kentucky. I'm helping her on another case that happened last year down there. She got a hold of me and said, I need your help, bub.
I said, hey, I'm all about some what do they call that? Karaoke in the car.
Oh yeah, I like to, man. I'm telling you, I love to sing, man.
Guys, that would be awesome.
I mean, express yourself, sing it out.
Yeah.
Hey, they were playing my music from when I was growing up, 70s and 80s. And I was just jamming along. I mean, Amelia Lavender was there, and she was at the front of the stage just jumping around and dancing her ass off.
Somebody said, wasn't it in a document somewhere that he had a heart attack years ago? I didn't see that about Richard Allen.
Me either. I've not really heard much about any of his thing when it comes to his health or anything.
The only thing that I saw in a document was that he admitted himself in 2019 for mental health reasons.
Yeah.
That's all we know. I don't know anything else.
Working. Yeah. Me and Rescue sing in the car on the way up and on the way back. Because we got the same taste in music and all. Because we're about the same age. I'm not going to tell her age. I can't do that. Can't give a woman's age away.
Oh, she won't care.
Oh, and her and Dan, her husband, are going to Vegas this week. And I said, have some fun and win some money.
Oh, I guess.
Get away from Indy. Brandy, thank you, hon. Oh, there you go, Joe. Joe was listening to it too. Miss Free Spirit.
What the heck?
I got to Bacon Fest and she hit me up and she said, did you go to the Bacon Fest? I said, I'm here. And she said, I done went home. And Purdue Arlen was there and I missed her.
Oh my gosh.
That place was packed. All right, let's get to the other document. I'm blabbering along.
So she's a family medical doctor in Greencastle, Indiana. She's affiliated with the Franciscan Health of Indianapolis. And she received her medical degree from Marian University College of Osteopathic Medicine and has been in practice between 6 and 10 years. She has expertise in treating obesity and overweight people, coronary artery disease, bronchitis, among other conditions.
Did you say cardio?
Obesity and being overweight, coronary artery disease,
yeah,
and bronchitis.
That's going to be the heart. That's the heart.
So we all know that he had some issues with his weight when he first was arrested. So anything's possible.
All right, we're going to get to this Nick's response to the memorandum of law. All right, Nick's going to tell him about how the law works, buddy.
Thanks, James.
Now, state responds to the defendant's memorandum of law. Now comes the state of Indiana by prosecuting attorney Nicholas C. McClellan and respectfully responds to the defense memorandum of law in support of admission of evidence of alternative theories of the crime and third-party perpetrators. The legal issue involved was previously articulated both in the state's motion in limine and in the state's opening statement at the August 1st, 2024 hearing. In order to present evidence in relation to a third party at trial, the defense must show a direct material connection between the third party and the crime. The connection must be based on more than hearsay, speculation, rumor, conjecture, or theory. It must be based on reliable evidence that draws a material connection between the party and the crime. The Indiana Supreme Court summed up this longstanding principle as follows. In the context of third-party motive evidence, these rules are grounded in the widely accepted principle that before evidence of the third party is admissible, the defense must show some connection between the third party and the crime. Blake, come here. Come here. Come here. You're all right. I know. Somebody knew. And it quotes case law right here. Pelley versus State. The defense in several hours of presentations of evidence, supplemented by numerous, we know what days those were. Oh, Lord, yeah, we know what those days were. Supplemented by numerous documents and depositions, failed to present any evidence that links Odinism, Brad Holder, Patrick Westfall, or any of the individuals listed in the state's motion to limine to these murders. A case cited by the defense in their memorandum is very instructive. The case coincidentally named Allen versus State, gives case law, involved a robbery and triple murder at an Osco store in South Bend. The Court of Appeals ruled that it was reversible error not allow the testimony of a witness, Bethel, regarding a third-party suspect, Crenshaw. Bethel testified outside the presence of the jury to the following: that he and Crenshaw had cased the Osco's store several days before the murders in anticipation of robbing it. That Bethel, on the very morning of the murders, observed Crenshaw only blocks away from the Osco's and coming from the direction of the Osco's, and then heard Crenshaw say he had just got some money and people were killed. That Crenshaw paid cash for hotel rooms the evening following the robbery. And finally, on the evening of the murders, Crenshaw told Bethel that the situation at Osco's had gone bad and 3 people were killed. And it quotes case law again. The Indiana Supreme Court ruled that it was an error not to allow third-party evidence regarding a co-worker of the murder victim. However, the excluded evidence that would have been admissible at trial consisted of proof that the third-party suspect was married and having an affair with the victim, had sexual relations with the victim the evening before her disappearance, had argued with her the day of her disappearance, was tardy to work the day after her disappearance, had falsified his time card the day of her disappearance, and was 98% matched to the hair found inside of the plastic bag found over the victim's head when her body was discovered. Hair that had been determined not to belong to either the victim or the defendant. By contrast, as of August 1st hearing demonstrated, the defense has only offered speculation supporting the conjecture but rested by what ifs. This case has always been what ifs with them, without evidence, material or otherwise, that these were ritualistic murders. The defense speculates that various social media posts by Brad Holder suggest he could be interested in Odin based on rituals and therefore could be connected to the crime.
And so could Peter Pan and Mickey Mouse. Go on.
Yeah. Where's the Roadrunner in this one?
Yeah.
Then the defense added the conjecture that since Elvis Fields and Holder have vaguely similar social media posts and both might have a passing acquaintance with a man named Johnny Messer, then perhaps Fields may possibly know Holder. The defense then adds, what if? Unsupported by evidence, what if the crime took place on the following day in order to get around the inconvenient fact that Holder had an alibi for the what? Hold on. I got to think about what they just said. Now they're trying to say the day before, right? Which would be the 12th. Oh my God. Really? They're going to those links now? Oh my goodness. All right, where did I lose my spot? Because that just blew my mind.
Well, yeah, because they have to come up with why was he not there on the 13th? Because we know they can prove that Holder was not in Delphi, not at the trails on the 13th. He was at work.
Now, why say, what if the crime happened on the 12th? They know damn well it didn't happen on the 12th.
Well, they gotta do something. I mean, yeah, they know doggone well it didn't happen on the 12th, but
fucking
still.
Idiots, man, I swear.
I know. I'm hearing you.
In order to get it, okay, I already got that one. The defense continues down this path of speculation as it relates to the other individuals listed in the motion to limine, failing to tie any other individuals to the crime. The state further showed through irrefutable evidence that none of the third-party suspects listed by the defense were in the area of the crime scene on the day of the murders and that none of them had any ties to the crime scene. The state was able to show that there was no material connection between Odinism, Brad Holder, Elvis Fields, Patrick Westfall, Johnny Messer, and the murders. Merely because law enforcement in the days, weeks, and months following the murders pursued and followed up on various tips, rumors, theories, does not mean that the tier of facts should be misled. Confused? Hold on. Blake. Damn, dude. There he goes. Somebody walking their dog and he's tripping. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Probative value of the third-party evidence offered by the defense is greatly outweighed by unfair prejudice, confusion of the issues, and the potential to mislead the jury. Indiana case law, whatever that is. Therefore, the widely accepted principle, another case law. Wherefore, the state requests the court to grant the motions of limine in the regard to the third-party evidence offered by the defense and for all the other just and proper relief in this premises. Nicholas C. McClellan. He called them motherfuckers out, didn't he?
Yep. He usually does.
He's talented, man. I mean.
Oh, God, yeah. He does it well. And he does it. He's short, sweet, and to the point. I don't know what he's like, before the judge when he's but you do.
Yeah. So, that's what I'm saying.
I just see what he writes,
I see him in person doing it, and then I read this. I said, damn, this dude is talented, boy. He's on his shit.
Yep.
Then the defense is sitting there going, what do I do now? What can I do now?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get the real person. Let's get Thor, Odin's son. Let's blame it on Thor.
It's Loki. It's Loki, you guys. It's
Boston
Loki.
Christian, thank you so much for the super sticker. Greatly appreciated. I'm looking through the chat here. I don't see any questions or anything. You guys are quiet in there. All right, let me get back here. We got 3 o'clocks. Agreed. They have certainly dragged him through the mud. I would be surprised if he. Which one?
Well, I know that Patrick Westfall has said that he wants to sue.
Oh, he's trying. Trust me. He's emailed me wanting documents with his names in it.
And I don't know, I don't know about Brad, but I don't know that they can, and that's the sad part. I'm not sure what the law in Indiana states about everything that they've done, but I mean, what they've done is absolutely horrific.
I asked my attorney about it. He said they can. And there's some things that they can, like defamation, things like that. But anything else, no.
Yeah.
It's just basically slander and defamation. So how far is that going to get you, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
This is Indiana.
Right. No, exactly. For sure.
I'm reading. Yeah. Fire. You're right, Thomas. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. If you're just coming in, bro. We talked about this about a half hour ago. They've had 2 years. Why you wait a month and a half before trial starts to file subpoenas to depot people? Yeah. Alf did it. There you go. Witchcraft. She's just laughing. Wow. I'm going through. Honestly, Patricia, just my opinion as of right now, I don't see trial happening in October. Or even a trial happening, period. Because once they get shot down of all this crap, we've already discussed this. We're pretty much sure what angle they're going to go when the judge denies the limine. They've already brought it up in their last memorandum. Well, which is Keegan Klein and Ron Logan. But that's listed in the limine too. So what the hell are they going to do after that? Like I said, are they going to go for Peter Pan or are they going to go for Thor? Because they're not listed in the limine. So in our eyes' perspective, the best thing for them to do is probably try to get a plea.
Yeah.
If they're not going to have a defense to go to trial with. That's just my opinion as of right now. It could change. It could change by the end of the week. It just determines on what goes on minute by minute with this case.
I hate to do this, guys, but I got to pick up my grandson from football. And since it's 97 degrees, I'm going to get him. So,
all right. Thank you, Kristen. One more thing before you go. Kristen is show us tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time and 9 p.m. Eastern, and I will be joining her on her live. So everybody that's here, Go jump on her show tonight, guys. We'll be there.
We will continue this conversation.
Okay. Be safe. I'll
Thank
talk to you tonight. Yeah,
Thank
I'll
you
see
so much,
tonight.
guys. See you later.
But we've been here almost an hour, guys, and I basically covered what I wanted to cover, but we're going to continue it over on Kristen's show tonight. So I appreciate all of you for coming out and hanging out with me for the last 45 minutes. Thank you, Kelly, Brandy, and Boston for the super stickers. Greatly appreciated. And I want to thank Jinx, Rescue, and who else is in here as a mod? I can't remember. Grizz was in here, but he had to go back to work. Thank you, ladies. Greatly appreciated. Love you guys. And to all of the people that's in my chat, thank you so much for showing up. I love each and every one of you. So see you again tonight, which would be 9 Eastern time on Kristen's channel. So I hope to see everybody there. You know what time it is, guys. Peace out. One love.